Hey there friends, my name is Andy and welcome back to the channel. 2021 is well underway and so are the strategy games set to come out this year. Some have already released, some are yet to come, and in this video we'll take a look at the top strategy games coming out this year, focusing on those based in history with one particular exception. If you enjoy this content, then please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, please let me know if there are any games I've missed that should have been a part of this video. First up is none other than Total War Rome Remastered, set to release on April 29 this year. That's less than 2 weeks, guys and gals. Rome Remastered is, and this is complicated, a remastered version of the original Rome Total War from 2004. In this version, we're given updated city and battle maps, a reworked campaign map with new models and visual effects, and updated units, who now look a lot better due to an upgrade in shadows, textures, and lighting effects. In addition, a few mechanics have also been added, like the Merchant Agent, which deepens the game's trade mechanics, and an updated UI on the campaign map as well as the battle map. You can turn off every new remastered mechanic should you wish to do so, but you cannot make the game look like it used to. You also get every expansion for Rome, both Barbarian Invasion and the Alexander campaign. If you loved Rome Total War, then be sure to check out Rome Remastered if you feel like coloring the map Roman red, green, or blue once more. Next, we have Knights of Honor II Sovereign. Now this game is one that takes up the mantle from the original Knights of Honor, which came out back in 2005, but with updated graphics and a modernized everything. The main thing to know about Knights of Honor 2 is the fact that it takes place on an absolutely massive campaign map focused on medieval Europe, but, and this is a massive but, also allows you to manage units on a battle map, kind of like Total War. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited for this game, because even though it might not be Total War scale, it still features hundreds of units with amazing graphics, so hopefully it can give Creative Assembly some good competition. The kicker though, it's all happening in real time, be it the campaign gameplay or the battles, honestly making it feel like a great mix of Paradox and Total War games. Now that's a high bar to set of course, but that's kinda where my hopes are. It's even multiplayer, so you can fight over Europe with your friends. Knights of Honor 2 is a mix of strategy on the grand campaign map and tactics on the battlefield, and I can't understate how excited I am for this beautiful looking game. It was originally supposed to release in 2020, but was delayed to 2021, so let's hope we get a firm release date soon. Coming up is Viking City Builder. Despite the relatively boring name, Viking City Builder looks absolutely mental. In essence, this is a real-time strategy game reminiscent of Age of Empires, but which also takes inspiration from indie games like Banished. Essentially, you're controlling a group of Vikings. In usual RTS fashion, you grow your village and fight off your enemies, but what's special with Viking City Builder is the fact that much attention is put towards your tribesman's life. They have their own routines, names, personal stories, and are meant to be part of their village. In addition, the game is built on the Unreal Engine, and is being produced by just one person, so kudos to this beautiful individual and much good luck. We do not currently have a release date, but we can only hope for a 2021 release if everything goes well. Then we have a whole series of similar looking and sounding games, which is why I'm putting them all together. This is what I'll call the Builders series, as to call the Builders of Egypt, the Builders of Greece, and the Builders of China. First of all, I just have to say how pleasing these games look. These two are real-time strategy games and have the same gameplay philosophies. You'll have to balance the construction of your cities and the growing of your populations with the attention given to trade and diplomacy, as you will not be the only player in this game. Politics will also play a role here, and you will supposedly need to maneuver a political minefield to keep in control of your faction. I think all of these look really cool, and the Builders of Egypt and Greece in particular look like something straight out of Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey. Builders of Egypt is scheduled for the second quarter of 2021, while the other two have yet to receive a release date. Now we shift our sights over to Age of Empires IV. Now this is another major title that's been a long time coming, and it's not out yet either, coming out the fall of 2021. You kinda know what you'll get with Age of Empires by now, but if you need a refresher, Age of Empires IV will offer a real-time strategy game where you control a nation of your choosing and duke it out on a selection of maps. There's also campaign modes with unique missions for the factions represented, where you'll build your villages and develop them with the ages. Starting with the bare necessities, but ending up with grand castles if you manage to survive that long. You'll gather resources, research new technology, fend off invaders and do some invading yourself, and you'll be able to conduct sieges, steer ships in naval combat, and do it all in updated graphics with an improved pathfinding AI, and you can play it all online with friends or strangers. I know a lot of people are old Age of Empires fans, and I can't wait for this title myself. Moving along, we have Humankind. No, not that Humankind, but this Humankind. Humankind, oh god, I'm getting sick of saying Humankind, is an upcoming brand new IP which is heavily inspired by the Civilization games, but which attempts to shake up the formula a tad bit. It will do this through a new approach to the campaign map, where cities sprawl and grow more or less organically, looking a lot bigger and fuller than they do in Civilization. Furthermore, the focus on culture is important, because as your nation develops throughout the ages, you'll be able to combine cultures into your own, becoming a true melting pot of the game's 60 historical cultures. Whether Humankind becomes just another Civilization clone remains to be seen, but you'll be able to judge for yourself on August 17 later this year. Then we have Manor Lords. Manor Lords has gotten quite the coverage on YouTube, and that's not really surprising, because Manor Lords looks awesome. This is another RTS, but the appeal is the organic city building mechanics, a seamless user interface, attention to detail which aims to resemble life in medieval Europe, the realistic look of the world, and relatively large-scale battles. Manor Lords looks absolutely beautiful, and you can even control your units similarly to, well, again, Total War games, so I'm sure this will be high on everyone's radar later this year, if it's not already. Lastly, we have Total War Warhammer III. The Warhammer series has been hugely popular for the Total War franchise, and this is, at least for now, the last title in the Total War Warhammer trilogy. So what can we expect? We can most likely expect the same variety among factions as in the previous games, but most likely with a focus change, moving away from elves in the west to the east, with factions like Cathai and Kislev and 4 Chaos factions, giving the game a decidedly more chill feel to it. But with this next title, we'll also at some point get a new Mortal Empires campaign update, which updates the ultimate campaign map, which includes all of the factions and all of the maps from every Total War Warhammer game. Like with every other Total War game, we'll get a mix of turn-based strategy on the campaign map and real-time tactical warfare on the battle maps. My hope for this game is that it will be using the updated graphical engine which we saw in Three Kingdoms and Total War Troy, which is just so much more optimized than the version used in Warhammer 1 and 2. Warhammer 3 is set to release this fall, so you have about half a year to warm up. Finally, while it's not a strategy game per se, I just wanted to give a shout out to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Like the title says, this is a simulator where you'll be able to put different armies up against each other, and with this awesome new engine, you'll be able to set up some truly mind-blowing stuff. I'll let this clip speak for itself. A million units on the screen? Armored geese? There's no other response than to say shut up and take my money. So those were the strategy games I think are the most worthy of note this year, and I hope they all live up to expectations. If I missed any, then please let me know in the comments, and I'll check them out. There's huge speculation that Paradox Interactive might announce something this May, and if they do, I can't wait to find out what that might be, but please let it be Victoria 3. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!